What if the real reason you are not financially free is not money? What if the real problem is the story you keep telling yourself? In the first chapter of Retire Young, Retire Rich, Robert Kiyosaki shares one powerful lesson. Financial freedom does not begin with a bank account. It begins with a decision. A decision to stop surviving. A decision to stop waiting. A decision to stop making excuses. At the beginning of the chapter, Kiyosaki tells the story of a difficult moment. He, his wife Kim, and his friend Larry were talking about the future. They were not rich. They were not comfortable. They did not have everything figured out. In fact, Kiyosaki and Kim were almost broke. They had very little money, very little confidence, and many doubts. But in that moment, Larry challenged them with a powerful idea. Why not create a plan to become financially free? Not someday. Not when everything is perfect. Now, and this is where the lesson becomes real. Because when the idea appeared, Kiyosaki's first reaction was not confidence. It was fear. He thought, I don't have enough money. I need more time. I'm just trying to survive. I'm not ready. And if we are honest, many of us do the same thing. We say we want a better life. We say we want freedom. We say we want to build something bigger. But when it is time to commit, we begin to argue against our own dream. We create excuses. We delay the decision. We tell ourselves that next year will be better. But the truth is, the perfect moment almost never comes. Kiyosaki realized something important. He was not really arguing with his friend. He was arguing with himself. He was fighting against his own dream because he was afraid of failing again. And that is one of the most powerful lessons from this chapter. Sometimes your biggest obstacle is not your job. It is not the economy. It is not your current situation. Sometimes your biggest obstacle is self-doubt. That quiet voice inside your mind that says, don't try, don't risk, don't dream too big, stay where you are. Survival is enough. But survival is not freedom, and comfort is not growth. Kiyosaki remembered a lesson from his rich dad. Self-doubt and laziness keep people small. Self-doubt tells you that you can't. Laziness tells you that it is easier to stay the same. And together, they can quietly control your future. This is why the chapter teaches something very important. The why is more powerful than the how. Most people ask, how do I become rich? How do I start a business? How do I invest? How do I change my life? But before the how, you need the why. Because if your why is weak, every plan will feel too hard. Every step will feel too risky. Every excuse will sound reasonable. But when your why is strong, everything changes. You start learning. You start planning. You start asking better questions. You start looking for solutions instead of excuses. Kiyosaki found his own reasons. He was tired of being broke. He was tired of feeling average. He remembered seeing his mother worried about money when he was a child. And he did not want to repeat the same financial pain in his own life. That became his fuel. And this is the question for you. What is your reason? Why do you want financial freedom? Is it for your family? Is it to stop living under pressure? Is it to build your own business? Is it to have more time? Is it to stop depending only on one paycheck? Is it because you know you were made for more? The chapter gives a simple exercise. Write down what you love. And write down what you hate. Maybe you love freedom, but hate feeling trapped. Maybe you love having options, but hate depending only on a salary. Maybe you love growing, but hate feeling stuck. Maybe you love peace, but hate worrying about bills every month. When you understand what you love and what you refuse to accept, you create emotional power. That power becomes passion, and passion gives energy to action. So don't wait until everything is perfect. Don't wait until you feel ready. Don't wait until fear disappears. Start with your why. Write it down. Look at it every day. Let it remind you why you started. Because financial freedom does not begin when you become rich. It begins when you decide that your old life is no longer enough. It begins when you stop arguing against your own dream. It begins when you choose growth. When your why is strong enough, the how begins to appear. This is the first big lesson from Retire Young, Retire Rich. Money is important. Knowledge is important. Business and investing are important. But your reason is your fuel. And without fuel, even the best plan will never move. So ask yourself today, what is my why? And if this lesson helped you, follow Books in Action for more powerful ideas from books, made simple.